Prioritize charity. Don't fall for that gospel that says it's only by faith alone. That's why there are many people with faith. They do all manner of contributions in the church. First fruits, last fruits, tithe, bazaar, seed sowing, harvesting, planting. Some people even do fertilizing. All of that. They do all manner of this thing in the church, but they never, ever go out of their way to help the poor and the needy around them. And I don't blame them, because we, the preachers, over the years, have prioritized giving in the church more than giving to the poor or to the society. And it's a very comfortable homily to preach. See, let me tell you, you cannot substitute giving to the poor with giving to the church. And you know what is interesting? If you read the gospel, the narrative space and emphasis that Jesus gave to giving to the poor is like 99% to 1% of the only time he mentioned about giving to the church. Jesus placed more emphasis on giving to the poor than he ever. I didn't even hear Jesus talking about giving to the man of God or in the church more like that. Preachers have inverted it and laid more emphasis on giving to the man of God, or giving to the ministry, or giving to the church. See, you can give all of these things to the church, but if you have no substantial charity outreach out there, you go hell. Let me just tell you three, you will go hell. Jesus' emphasis has always been on giving to the poor. And it's even a condition for going to heaven. Matthew 25, the last judgment. Whatsoever you do. Did he say whatsoever you do in the church? Whatever you do to the least of my brothers. And he mentions those in need, the Lazaruses. Check it out. The only place in scripture I know Jesus ever made reference to temple giving was when he was observing those who were doing offertory. You remember? And the woman came and dropped her small coin. He was even praising her charity for giving all that she had. And then I think in Matthew 10, when he says, if you give a cup of cold water to a prophet, you shall receive a prophet's reward. And stuff like that. But many other places about the poor. The rich young ruler who came to him, what must I do to be saved? Or you want to be perfect? Jesus said, go and sell everything you have. Give the money to who? To the ministry, to the man of God, to the woman of God. Who did he say should give the money to? Not even to him. Zacchaeus. When Zacchaeus brought him, Zacchaeus said, Lord, all those I have cheated, I'll give back what I've said. Jesus said, salvation has come to this house. Zacchaeus did not say, Lord, I will take the money to the temple. The rich man who had harvest and said, my soul, rejoice. Jesus said, and that night God said, fool, your soul will be taken from me. These hearts of yours shall be. Then Jesus said, this sight will be for those who tend to make themselves rich before men, instead of before the sight of God. That means those who should have given to the less privileged. And then Matthew 25, the final judgment. Don't replace giving to the poor with giving. Don't think that because you give in the church, you are absolved from the obligation. Let me tell you, giving to the church, to the ministers of God, it can. It has worked for some people. It will still work. It's a faith giving. It can bring you material blessing. You can sow a seed in a church or in a ministry and you can have breakthrough. Through it, God can bless you. God actually blesses. But your blessing is from material thing. But going to heaven, when it comes to going to heaven, it is not given to the ministers that will pave your way to heaven. It is given to what? To the poor. So you have to choose between enjoying here. You see the rich man, 1 second, only 1 second, he has started crying. Am I saying you should not give to your church? That's not what I'm saying. I'm just saying, if any preacher makes you comfortable with only giving to the church and neglecting the poor people out there and makes it look like you are comfortable, you are okay, you will go hell.